Good evening. We welcome you to Siloam Stadium on the campus of Russellville High School. As tonight in the regular season finale of the 2019 season, the Siloam Springs Panthers get set to play the Russellville Cyclones in what will be a win and get in playoff situation for both teams tonight. The Siloam Springs Panthers come in with a 3-7 overall, or 3-6 overall record. With a 2-4 conference record. Meanwhile, the Russellville Cyclones are 2-7 overall with just one conference win, and the winner of tonight's game gets in. So, in essence, the playoffs start tonight for the Siloam Springs Panthers. Alongside Tony Molina, who makes the tech stuff happen so that we can get on the air each week. I'm Dustin Butler, and joined beside me here is Graham Thomas. Graham, Siloam Springs looked really good last week.
They did, Dustin. Played against Little Rock Hall and picked up the team's first shutout win in about 4 years. A game they had to win, and tonight's another one that they have to win to be able to keep their season alive. And the Russellville Cyclones are in the same position. So just be, one of these teams is going to keep playing after tonight. One we'll see at season end. And we hope it's the Panthers that are going to keep on going after this.
So last week, Graham, Jackson Norberg rushed for 150 yards and 4 touchdowns.
That's two big games in a row for Norberg. He had about 190 or so at El Dorado in Week 8, and 140 last week put him over 700 for the year. Really solid season for Jackson Norberg in his first year playing running back.
And you got to think, for Siloam, that would be a big step in winning this game tonight, being able to run the football and control the time of possession on the road against Russellville. And really, Graham, Russellville's a team that struggled to run the ball all season.
They have, and they're primarily been throwing the football, and they're pretty dangerous doing so. Quarterback Braden Whitford has done a good job of throwing the ball. I think he's completing about 65% of his passes. Cyclones have struggled to run it, but they've always had a team that's had good athletes and can make plays. So I wouldn't expect any different tonight.
And last week the Panthers forced 3 turnovers, 2 fumbles, and an interception, and then they also blocked a punt last week. And if there's another area Russellville has struggled in this year, they've been bitten by the turnover bug several different times, and that would be a big step for Siloam Springs to win a big road game.
Any way you look at it tonight, whether you win ugly, whether you win big, whether you win it all, that's all you got to do tonight is just win the football game, find a way to win it, keep your season alive, and the Panthers are going to do everything they can tonight to make that happen.
And we talked about it several different ways. It looks like that no matter how you slice it, the winner of tonight's game is the 6th and final seed in the playoffs, which would mean with the 6A East playing last night, they played all their games already, so we know kind of where their standings fall. It looks like Siloam Springs or Russellville 1 will be headed to Marion next week.
That's what it looks like. The scenarios do exist for other things to happen, but the chances of Little Rock Hall going down and beating El Dorado tonight are not very good, and it could just be very interesting, really, from that standpoint. But we'll see what happens tonight. This kind of reminds me of a 2014 night when Siloam Springs was here and playing a Russellville team, and the winner was going to the playoffs, and the Panthers came away with the victory that night. So we'll see what happens tonight, and whether or not Siloam Springs can answer the call to get into the postseason.
Folks, make Generations Bank your bank. Our experienced staff is dedicated to giving you a level of personal service you have to experience to believe. We have a great offering of personal and business accounts. We offer online banking, bill pay, and automated sweeps at no charge. Our debit card can be used to withdraw cash anytime, anywhere in the U.S. with no ATM fees. Need a loan? We make loans. Come in and visit with us today about your financial needs. Conveniently located in Siloam Springs at Signature Plaza, member FDIC. So, we'll start by taking a look at the defensive starters tonight for the Siloam Springs Panthers. The defensive ends are Colby Fessler and Hunter Talley. Defensive tackle is Keandre Westbrook. The nose guard is J.P. Wills. The outside linebacker is Cam Collins. The inside backers are Esquin Bocanegra and Hunter Dorsey. The free safeties are Christian Ledecker and Keegan Susi, and the corners are Elijah Coffey and Armando Munoz. Offensively for the Panthers tonight, quarterback, of course, is Taylor Poole. The running back is Jackson Norberg. The H-back is Jordan Stewart. The receivers are Gage Weaver, Tate Kreiner, and Tanner Broyles. The left tackle is Jared Clark. The left guard is Andrew Gutierrez. The center is Marco Salcido. The right guard is Judd Kelly, and the right tackle is Jace Satulovich. And Harrison Losh will do the kicking duties, while quarterback Taylor Poole handles the punting duties. The captains for tonight's game, for Russellville, it's senior night here in Russellville, so all the Russellville seniors were captains tonight for the Cyclones. For the Panthers, it was Jackson Norberg, Taylor Poole, Armando Munoz, and Andrew Gutierrez. The Panthers won the toss but deferred. So Russellville will get the ball first to start this ball game. What should be an exciting one here from Cyclone Stadium. So, Graham, as we kind of think a little bit about 6A West play tonight, of course, the Siloam Springs Panthers here are on the road at Russellville, but Greenwood travels to Lake Hamilton tonight. Little Rock Hall is at El Dorado, as you mentioned earlier, and Sheridan goes to Benton tonight, and it'll all be hashed out after tonight, but if Benton can hold off Sheridan tonight, Benton is the outright 6A West Conference champions.
Yeah, that would really be something. And, if they were to somehow stumble, and there could be a real mess there at the top. So
That's true. That's true. First time in several years that Greenwood would not be conference champions. Harrison Losh's opening kick is taken at the 5-yard line, high end over end kick. Returned up over the 20, still on his feet over the 25, the 30, and up to the 32-yard line, and 2 penalty flags come in at the end of the play. What I imagine will be in the area of face mask, I probably hear, Graham.
Yeah, I mean, it came from the outside official. I don't know that he would call a hold from out there. So, yeah, it's on Siloam.
So that's not the way the Panthers wanted to start. Russellville's going to have excellent field position. Oh, it's just a 5-yarder.
Just a 5-yarder.
Incidental face mask, so up to the 36-yard line. Panthers get a little bit of a break there. Russellville will open tonight in a 4-receiver set, 3-receiver jumble to the left side of quarterback Braden Whitford for the Cyclones. Whitford will hand it off on the first play, up over the center, breaking a tackle, and over the 40-yard line. Let's see, was number 12 Justin Lovelace? Is that correct?
It looked like 48 to me.
48, Latrell Thomas. So a 5-yard pickup, 2nd and 5. They work out of the gun, twin receivers on both sides. Whitford with the back to his left. He'll hand it off to the back again. Running back brings it right side. Plenty of room up near midfield and out of bounds for a first down. It was Latrell Thomas again for the first down, and Cyclones are up near midfield at their own 49. Again, Whitford from the gun. This time he looks to throw. Now he tucks it, tries to run. He's going to get near the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He's gang tackled by Siloam Springs right there.
Good job by the Panthers.
For the Panthers,
really
Keandre Westbrook was one of them in on the tackle. Also, Caden McCaney and J.P. Wills for the Panthers. So 2nd down and 9 from the 50 as the Cyclones move toward the south end zone here at Cyclone Stadium. That's the direction of the scoreboard and the hedges beyond the end zone. Whitford slings it out to his left. Complete. Short gain on the play, as I believe that was number 8, Reed Wolf, that hauled it in. He gets into Siloam Springs territory for a couple of yards to the 48-yard line, and it's 3rd down and 7. 3rd and 7 for the Cyclones. Panthers with a chance to get the defense off the field here. Whitford with the back to his right. Now the back goes in motion, lines up as a receiver in the slot. Empty backfield. Whitford rolls to his right, finds his man, complete for a first down. He's brought down quickly, but he's inside the 40-yard line, down to the 37. That is Justin Lovelace. And on 3rd and 7, the Cyclones pick up the first down. Bocanegra for the Panthers makes a stop. But the offense is moving here for Russellville. We'll do an inside handoff up the middle. Bouncing around is 27, Caleb Gray. Gray with a good gain on first down. Graham, we talked about it. They've struggled to run the ball this year, but in the early going, they've been successful. It's 2nd and 5.
Yeah, they've struggled to run it so far, but that doesn't mean they aren't capable. Team can put together its running game at any point.
So they'll go twin receivers on both sides. Now they bring one in motion behind the play, and they
a
throw it
rush.
to him on a lateral. No gain on the play. In fact, he may not have even gotten the line of scrimmage. I believe it was Trey Potter or Brady Burnett. It was Brady Burnett
number 15,
on the reception.
Actually, it's
going to be a rush. Yeah, no gain on the play. It's still 3rd down and 5 from the 32. They need to get the nose of the football to the 27 for first down yardage. They work from the right hash. That's near us. Hand off over the middle. They got the first down. Plenty of running room inside the 25 down to the 23-yard line. Goes Thomas. Cam Collins made the stop, but the chains move again. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down.
Well, and here's the deal, Dustin. The Panthers know that the running the football is not the team's strength, and Russellville knows that teams know that they have struggled running the ball, so they're going to try to make it a point to come out and try and establish the run. So you can't really blame them to do that.
They've done a good job so far. They hard count. Panthers jump offside, so it'll be 1st and 5 from the 18-yard line. Maybe more like the 19-yard line. They'll go over the middle this time. Not a whole lot there, maybe a yard. It's 48, Latrell Thomas again. He'll get down to the 18. But it's only 2nd down and 4 after the Siloam Springs penalty before. So 2nd and 4 for Russellville in the neutral zone. In the red zone, excuse me. They need to get to the 14 for a first down. They split Thomas, the tailback, out in motion. Then they throw over the middle, or on the outside edge, rather, complete. Still fighting for yardage inside the 5-yard line. He's going to make it all the way down to the 2. For number 2, Marquise Peter. And Graham, one of the Siloam Springs corners went for the interception. I thought he might come out with it. But Peter caught the football and rumbled forward inside the 5, and it's 1st and goal. They fumble the snap, ball's on the ground, they fall on it back at the 5, maybe even the 6-yard line. It looked like a pretty good snap, but Braden Whitford struggled to bring it in. He moved too quick, and it's going to be back at the 6-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Yeah, it's a cold night, cold hands. Doesn't look like he's wearing, he's blowing on those hands trying to keep them warm. So not real sure what happened there.
They're going to go twin receivers on both sides. 2 men in the slot. Now Whitford on the play action, rolls out, finds his receiver near the goal line, touchdown. Touchdown, number 12, Justin Lovelace. And on senior night in Russellville, the Cyclones march right down the field and score a touchdown. And it's 6-0. Russellville Cyclones here in the first quarter. Lovelace, the guy who scored, he's going to be the holder for the extra point. The snap is down, the kick is up, and it is short. Oh, my. The extra point lands 8 yards deep in the end zone. The extra point is no good, and it's a 6-0 Russellville lead. Siloam Springs has yet to touch the football, but Russellville looked good on their opening drive, Graham.
Marched it right down the field on the Panthers there, so
they really
going to have to respond.
The Cyclones have a nice stadium here in Russellville. Nice indoor practice facility across the way from us. But Graham, one thing that is lacking is their press box.
You know, it's an older press box for sure.
The ball is taken at the 14, still on his feet, across the 30, still on his feet, works his way across midfield. Siloam Springs all the way down to the 43-yard line of the Russellville Cyclones. And I can't tell who took the...
I think that was Elijah Coffey who took it.
Elijah Coffey for the Siloam Springs Panthers with an excellent return into Russellville territory at the 43-yard line. He took it at about the 18, and he had a great gap, was hit at about the 45-yard line, broke free of one, and got another 12 yards down to the 43. Panthers will work from the gun. Norberg takes a handoff, kind of hurdles the defender, gets inside the 40 and down to the 39-yard line, a 4-yard pickup.
Yeah, nice response so far by the Panthers. You know, getting the big return and good gain on first down by Norberg.
It's 2nd down and 6. 3 receiver set. Norberg again, big hole. 1st down yardage, sidesteps the defender at the 20, still on his feet at the 10. Brought down from behind in the end zone. Touchdown, Siloam Springs. 2 plays, 43 yards, all Jackson Norberg. And just like that, the Panthers have knotted it up after a big kick return for Elijah Coffey. Norberg did the rest on 2 plays with the help of that offensive line, and it's 6-6, and the Panthers look to take the lead. Harrison Losh. The snap is a little high, good hold, and the kick is excellent, and the Panthers are on top 7-6, and that's exactly what they needed to kind of calm things down here on the road.
Yeah, Jackson Norberg continues his good runs, and you know, that's 43 yards in 2 plays, 39 on the touchdown. Panthers on the board.
Folks, if you've been alive for more than 2.3 seconds, you know that life isn't fair. The AGI Group is a professional private investigation company that provides investigations that will hopefully give you the information you need to make a decision. With over 40 years' experience, they are Arkansas's premier investigation company, and they've worked with Fortune 500 companies and individuals alike. When you need to know, call AGI at 479-636-3237 or visit them on the web at agigrp.com. The AGI Group is another proud sponsor of Panther football. And let me tell you that, folks, they are a proud sponsor of Panther football. They work hard. Harrison Losh, his kick is taken at the 1-yard line, a high kick taken at the 1. Cut back at the 10 and running backwards. Back inside his own 5-yard line, and he's going to be brought down at the 6 on a running blunder. Siloam Springs did an excellent job of covering the kick. Who was returning it? Was it?
I think number 37 was the guy returning the kick.
Gavin Graham.
And he's there, you know, that's a 4-yard return. And
and they spotted at the 5.
Well, because he went backwards. He turned around and
he made it. He got up to the 11.
Yeah.
He got up to the 11, but went backwards. So 4 receiver set, 3 receiver to the left of the formation. Handoff, Colby Fessler. Colby Fessler wraps him up
Lord.
in a big way, and a penalty flag comes in the end zone as Fessler wrestled him back 5 yards into the end zone. It was a loss on the play back to the 3-yard line.
You know, and that's going to be a personal foul.
There's going to be a personal foul.
You know, and that's unfortunate because, well, you know, the call's legit. I mean, there was no need to do that, and that's just a mistake on the Panthers' part there.
So that moves the ball up to the 17-yard line. It's the third penalty already in the early going for the Panthers. They work from the gun, empty backfield. Whitford throws it down the field, and nobody's there, but a flag comes in, and it's going to be pass interference against the Panthers.
Yeah, that one was kind of obvious there.
And instead of having it at their own 5-yard line, Graham, back-to-back penalties put this ball at the 32.
You got to just put these plays behind you and start making plays. You know, you can't those were 2 back-to-back penalties that were legit calls. So you got to flush them and move on.
Twin receivers both sides. Now a man comes in motion to the short side of the field. They throw it out quickly and incomplete, dropped. Marquise Peter was getting ready to run the football. The pass was to him as a perfect pass, and he just ran before he caught it. Incomplete, 2nd down and 10 from the 32.
Kind of a cluster of bodies there too. May not have seen the ball.
So now they'll run twin receivers both sides. The ball on the near hash near their own sideline. Now the back splits out and lines up as an H-back. They flip it out quickly on the near side. Caught and out of bounds is Peter. Peter with a good gain. In fact, he's going to pick up 11 yards in the first down. Out of bounds, clear up at the 43. So now they go 3 receiver set on the short side of the field near us. Whitford flips it out quickly. Good blocking by the receivers. Caught and out of bounds. This time it's Brady Burnett. Burnett up at the 47-yard line. So about just a 4-yard pickup, really. 2nd and 6.
You know,
his receivers did a good job of blocking.
Yeah, and these little short passes are like a running game. You know, I mean, they go into the passing category, but they do the same thing. They get modest 2nd downs and third and shorts.
Same formation. They're going to do the same thing. Same receiver at the 47 across midfield to the 49-yard line at Siloam Springs, and out of bounds is Brady Burnett again. So it's going to be 3rd and short, a 3rd down and 2. They need to get to the 47 at Siloam Springs for first down.
And they'll keep doing it until Siloam proves it can stop it, and that's.
Twins on both sides this time. They're going to hand it to the tailback, and he's brought down by Fessler in the backfield. Clear back at the 47-yard line of Russellville, a 4-yard loss, and it's going to be 4th and 6, Graham.
Nice job by the Panthers there.
Great job, and it's 4th and 6. Offense stays on the field for the Cyclones. They move quickly. I think they're going to try to get him off sides. Now he drops back a little bit, and they're going to punt it away. Ooh, a good punt. Nobody back for Siloam to receive it. It hits at the 10 and rolls down inside the 5, down near the 1-yard line. It's going to be inside the 1-yard line on an excellent punt by Braden Whitford, the quarterback. And boy, did they flip the field position here.
Boy, they really did. And, that's excellent special teams play by Russellville there. Got the friendly hop and everything they wanted.
The ball is down at the half-yard line for Siloam Springs in dangerous territory here. The heels of the Siloam Springs center, Marco Salcido, is in the end zone. That's how close they are to their own goal line. They'll run Rhino package. Jackson Norberg gives them a little bit of breathing room up to the 4-yard line. That's really about a 3.5-yard pickup. Gives them a little bit of breathing room.
Talking with the coaches this week, Dustin, they feel like they have an advantage over Russellville on the offensive line when it comes to power and size, and never before is that needed right here on the 4-yard line.
Now they're going to spread it out a little bit, more their traditional offensive look. 3 receiver set, Twins to the right of Poole. Norberg takes the handoff again, and he'll get to the 5. Actually, it's a bad spot. They're going to spot it right at the 4, I believe. So no gain on the play, and it's 3rd down and 7 from their own 4 for the Panthers. He tried to take it right side off the butt of his right tackle. Not a whole lot there.
You know, and Siloam doesn't need to do anything here to, you know, put themselves in a bad spot.
3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Poole's going to throw this time. He's in the end zone. Throws it downfield and incomplete. Miscommunication between him and his receivers. And so Taylor Poole throws it incomplete, and it's 4th down and 7, and the Panthers are going to need to punt this away. And Graham, the Panthers have struggled with the punt team here the last couple weeks.
Yeah, you know, they need to find a way to flip this field, at least get it, you know.
Get it out near midfield if they can. So Taylor Poole stands 7 yards deep in his own end zone. The snap is a good one. He gets it off. It's short and low, hits at the 27, takes a Siloam Springs bounce up across the 40 and still rolling all the way to the 45-yard line. And Graham, that's a pretty good job.
That's a nice job.
It's going to be, what, a 41-yard punt?
41-yard punt there for Poole. And considering where they were, I think the Panthers would take it.
So Russellville will still have the football in Siloam Springs territory, but that's a victory for the Panthers. 2:32 to go here in the opening quarter in Russellville. Winner goes to the playoffs. So really the playoffs start this week for both of these teams. 3 receiver set on the right side. Now the running back sets up as an H-back. Whitford rolls to his right, sheds a would-be tackler, throws it complete inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. It's going to be a 6-yard pickup to Brady Burnett, I believe. And it's a 2nd and 4. In Siloam Springs territory at the 39, 7-6. Panthers lead by 1. Man goes in motion across the formation to the open side. They flip it out quickly on that side of the field. Complete and brought down quickly. Shy of the first down is Reed Wolf. They'll pick up a couple down to the 43-yard line, so it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
You know, they've gone short pass, short pass, short pass. They haven't really thrown anything deep here yet, but, you know, they're capable of doing something like that.
Gavin Graham in the backfield with Whitford this time. 4 receiver set, 3 to the open side. He throws it over the middle, and he had a man, and he dropped it. Reed Wolf dropped it on a play-action look. Siloam Springs defenders crashed forward just enough that Reed Wolf was wide open, but he couldn't haul it in, and it's 4th down and 3 for the Cyclones.
I would expect the Cyclones to go for it here and may run the same play. He was wide open.
He really was, but right now he has 2 backs beside him. Now one splits out, lines up as an H-back. Graham is still lined up as the running back to the right of Whitford. They try a hard count. Now they take the snap. Whitford to throw all the way. It's a screen. Complete. No first down. It's going to be a turnover on downs. It was complete to Loveless, but Siloam Springs dropped him for a gain of 1, and the Panthers take over on downs. Graham, a big stop for the Panther defense right there.
Great job by Coach Harriman and the defense, scheming up the blitz there and you know, made the play on the tackle. Nice job.
1:11 to go, opening quarter here in Russellville. Panthers lead by 1, 7-6. Siloam with a 3 receiver set and an H-back. Play action. Taylor Poole's pass is tipped. Tipped at the line of scrimmage and falls incomplete. Safely falls incomplete for Siloam Springs, and it's 2nd and 10.
Don't know if you saw that there, but good bat down there by offensive lineman Jared Clark. You know, that ball is in the air. It's already been touched, so anybody can get it. Just knock it down.
That's a heads-up play by an offensive lineman right there. This time Norberg's going to take it. Big hole over the middle. Across midfield, the 40, the 30, the 20. Nobody's going to catch Jackson Norberg. Touchdown, Siloam Springs. No flags on the field, and it is a 13-6 Panther lead. Graham Jackson Norberg never got touched.
How about a 62-yard touchdown run?
And I'm telling you, he was not touched from the moment he took the football. There was a hole up the middle a freight train could get through, and it is a 13-6 Siloam Springs lead with the extra point coming. Kick is up, and it is good. And with 55 seconds to play in the first quarter, it is 14-6 Panthers. And Siloam Springs Regional Hospital is ready to tackle your sports medicine needs. With the skill and experience of Dr. Matthew Coker, Siloam Springs Regional Hospital is your convenient choice for advanced orthopedic services, and you don't have to go far from home. If you ever get sidelined by a broken bone, sports injury, painful joint, or severe sprain, Dr. Coker and our entire team are ready to help you get back in the game. For more information, call 479-215-3124 or visit ssrh.net.
Dustin, I know it's cold outside. I'm about ready to open up this window here.
I am too. I'm about sick of this wiping it off every 12 seconds.
Hey, you know, Norberg might need some air after that run. That's his longest of the year, 62 yards.
So he's already got
over
100
100 yards on 5 carries so far.
Wow.
So nice job.
And that offensive line just setting the blocks for him. They've done an excellent job here in the early going.
Other teams have had some success running the ball on Russellville. Sheridan, you know, that's what they do best. They ran it real well on them.
Kick is high, end over end, taking it to 1. This time he's not going to run backwards. In fact, he breaks a tackle at the 20 and brought down shortly thereafter. They're up by the 23-yard line.
So, you know, the Panthers have made a few mistakes here with the penalties and whatnot, but just sit back and play football. Now, you got the lead. You know, go play football. This is still a very dangerous Russellville offense, and defense has done a good job the last 2 series. Let's go and go after them a little bit.
4 receivers, twins on both sides. Now we've got a stoppage here. Now the play clock starts. Whitford brings a man in motion across the formation. They're going to hand it off over the left guard, a decent gain up over the 25 to the 26-yard line. So really it's a gain of 3 on the play, 2nd down and 7. I believe that was Latrell Thomas on the carry for Russellville. Siloam Springs showing blitz on 2nd and 7. Panthers fall back at the snap. Whitford threw it out quickly on the far side and incomplete on the sideline near the 29-yard line. Just a little outside the reach of Brady Burnett, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 7. Siloam Springs defense trying to get a 3 and out and get off the field. 16 seconds left, first quarter. Siloam Springs up 14-6. Trips to the right. That's the open side of the field. Whitford rolls that way. Looks for his man. Complete. Complete for a first down. Not a whole lot more, but he's got the first down. He's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. That's Justin Lovelace. Justin Lovelace picks up 12 yards, or no, make that 9 yards on 3rd and 7, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. From Russellville, it is Siloam Springs 14, Russellville 6. At the end of 1, winner to the playoffs. You're listening to Siloam Springs football.
Advanced Wealth Management, Atkins Nursing and Rehab, Assyria, OZK, Ford and Brush, City Church, CJ's Butcher Boy Burger, Caldwell Baker, Connect Church, and Curtis Construction. First down and 10 for the Cyclones.
Thank you, Tony. Here you go, Graham. Yours is right here. Russellville football to start the second quarter. Now they'll move toward the north end zone. Whitford is bottled up for a big loss. He's sacked way back by Cam Collins, all the way back at the 25-yard line. That is going to be a 12-yard loss on the sack. Cam Collins just came screaming off the edge, and he was untouched. And it is second down and 22. Second down and 22 from the 25-yard line. They'll go trips to the near side. That's the open side of the field, and split the back out of the backfield the opposite way. They throw it over the middle, complete. They're going to get the yards back they lost and maybe a few more. All the way up to the 40-yard line is Lovelace. Good gain on second down. That's going to go for about 15 yards and make it a manageable 3rd down and 7 from their own 40.
Lovelace has made a few catches here so far in the early going.
He has. It's kind of been the go-to guy. So 3rd and 7, Russellville. They go twin receivers, bring a man in motion. Lateral to him. He's going to be bottled up. It's Lovelace. He's bottled up for a loss on the play back to the 35-yard line on what looked like was going to be a double pass.
Yeah, you can make the argument that was a rush even. So I'm going to call it a pass.
It was a lateral is what it really was, and it looked like he might throw the football again, but he was bottled up for a loss before he could get rid of it. Is that what you saw, Graham?
I didn't. I heard the coaches next door calling for the double pass. I didn't see.
I thought that's why he paused on the. I think that's why he paused. So now Russellville is going to punt it away, and Siloam Springs burns a timeout right before the snap on 4th down and 12. On 4th down and 12 from the 35, Russellville is going to punt it away. The Panthers didn't like something they saw. They called timeout. 10:48 to go in the half. Siloam Springs by 8, 14-6.
That's not a bad timeout there necessarily. It'll give you a chance to regroup, not make a mistake here on special teams. Dustin, I've already got Norberg for 108 yards on 5 carries, and I tell you what, I mean, it's been a long time, since I remembered a running back having 100 yards in the first quarter. I'm not even sure Threlkill ever did it. So
he's looked good in the early going. He's really broken out these last 3 weeks.
I tell you what, it's almost a little surreal. It's like he's getting extremely comfortable in the position, and the O-line starting to gel and open up the holes for him. I mean, just a lot of good things there.
Now Russellville is going to show like they go for it. Now the quarterback drops back. Oh, it's actually Lovelace. He's going to punt it away. Coffee takes it at the 30-yard line, gets a block over the 35 to the 40, up and out of bounds on the far sideline near the 45-yard line. We'll see where they spotted it. They're actually going to spot it across the 45 to the 47. Good return by Elijah Coffee. 17-yard return on the punt.
Yeah, good job there by Coffee. He's making some plays there on special teams, and those can add up over the course of a ball game.
Panthers are going to go 3 receivers and a tight end. Norberg takes the handoff. Nothing there that time. Maybe half a yard for Jackson. He takes it left side.
Russellville was ready
they'll
for
give him a yard
time.
up to the 48-yard line.
But, this is, when Russellville starts, loading the box to stop Norberg, that's going to open it up for Gage Weaver and Tate Kreiner, Oren Stafford, those boys.
Taylor Poole looks to throw. His pass is caught by Tate Kreiner across midfield and out of bounds on the near sideline all the way down near the 40-yard line. 1st down yardage for the Panthers, and it'll be right at the 40-yard line. Good gain by Tate Kreiner, and Graham, the pass was thrown just a hair behind him, kind of on his right hip, and he reached back and hauled it in and then picked up another 10 yards after he caught it.
Yeah, did a good job. He kind of absorbed the initial contact and made a good play.
Now Kreiner goes in motion. Norberg will take the handoff left side, room to run, 35-30 inside the 25-yard line. And not a real friendly spot, but still a 15-yard pickup on first down. 15 plus on first down to the 25-yard line for Jackson Norberg. The Panthers move quickly, already to the line of scrimmage. They snap the football. This time Taylor Poole keep it over the middle, the 20, the 15, still on his feet, just inside the 10-yard line goes Taylor Poole, and it's first and goal. It's first and goal Panthers.
Taylor Poole with a nice haircut, a nice run on his first carry of the ball game. I like it.
Now Russellville is going to burn their first timeout, and it comes with 9:29 to go in the first half. Panthers leading 14-6, and they've got the football first and goal. So we'll take this timeout to start looking at the athletic events for the week as the athletic landscape starts to shift into basketball mode. We lead off on Monday the 11th. Varsity girls basketball is at a tournament in West Fork starting Monday. And then Tuesday night, the 12th, the basketball Panther Pride Night at the Panther Activity Center. That's 7th grade through 12th grade. Everybody playing there on Tuesday night. It starts at 5:30 on Tuesday. Then Wednesday the 13th, 7th grade boys and girls basketball is at home against Farmington at Panther Arena. That begins at 4 p.m. And then Thursday the 14th, varsity girls basketball is at the West Fork tournament again, and varsity boys basketball is at Huntsville at 7:30 next Thursday night. Panthers on first and goal, just inside the 10-yard line. Taylor Poole will give it to Jackson Norberg. Norberg sidesteps, spins. Touchdown, Jackson Norberg. Oh, my. He was stopped for no gain, Graham.
Yeah, and he just spun right out of the tackle.
He took
and kept
one
those legs
sidestep
going.
and then spun away, and he scores from almost 10 yards out, and it is a 20-6 Panther lead with 9:25 to go in this ball game. Jackson Norberg is all over the field. And Harrison Losh, his kick is up.
It's really been
it's good.
It's really been something to watch here. I mean, he is a man on a mission right now, and the Panthers are really enjoying it.
So we'll continue with the athletic events for the week as the Panthers have taken a 21-6 lead here early in the second quarter. Next Friday night, if the Panthers win tonight, they will be on the road in the playoffs a week from tonight. If they win here in Russellville tonight, they would most likely play at Marion next Friday night. And then also next Friday, there is a swim and dive meet right here in Russellville. And then Saturday the 16th, varsity girls basketball continues playing at the West Fork tournament. And 9th grade girls and boys basketball will play a benefit game at Huntsville. That'll begin at 10 a.m. a week from tomorrow. That's the 16th. And then also the 33rd annual Panther Classic Junior High Basketball Tournament is the 18th through the 23rd. Panthers kick it away. It's going to be slowly rolls out of bounds at the 5. The return man did a good job there. That was Graham. But speaking of Graham, Graham.
There's only one Graham. So
that's right. The return man was going to be Gavin Graham. But Graham Thomas, if that ball doesn't eventually roll out of bounds, he would have made a huge mistake right there because the Panthers were breathing down.
Graham gambled and came up on the good side of that one. The Cyclones will get the ball at the 35-yard line.
So, Panther defense on the field. 3 down linemen defensively. Whitford with 4 receivers and Thomas in the backfield with him. He'll hand it off to Thomas. Thomas fights his way forward powerfully for a couple of yards. Yep, 2 yards up to the 37 for Thomas. He was hit at the line of scrimmage, but he just kept his feet moving and fell forward for 2. Go ahead, Graham.
Got to give the Cyclones credit. I mean, they're making a pointed effort to run the football. They're not going to be one-dimensional. And
Panthers show blitz. They send a couple, bring a few back. Whitford is hit and somehow fights his way free and then ends up getting dropped way back at the 23-yard line. He broke free from one, but Graham, he didn't have enough time to come up and just throw the football away even, and he's dropped all the way back at his own 24-yard line.
It's a loss of 13, another big stop for the Panthers.
Big, and Siloam Springs showed blitz and then dropped two of them back and went ahead and brought 5.
You know, Whitford's a big boy, too. You're just looking at him, he's 5'10", 215. He's built kind of like a tank and hard to bring down. It takes multiple guys, and they finally got him on the ground.
So it's 3rd and 20. Whitford rolls out and throws the ball all the way to the track behind his own sideline, and it's 4th down and long. No flags on the play, and it's going to be 4th down and 21 from their own 24. They're going to have to punt this football away, seemingly.
Yeah, I think they're going to punt it here unless, you know, there's something else that happens on this play. But good job by the Panthers defense. You know, after this first possession of the first half, they've really settled down and gotten stops on every single drive.
Sam Arizega, I believe, is going to punt it away for the Cyclones. His punt is low and bounces off of one of his own men at midfield and rolls to the 45-yard line, but that should be down where the ball hit the back of his own man. That's exactly where they're going to spot it, at the 49. And Siloam Springs with great field position near midfield and a 21-6 lead. Actually, they'll go ahead and mark it right on the 50, right in the middle of the Cyclone Tornado at midfield.
Good to see the officiating crew, you know, get
They did a
that
great
one right
job
too.
right there.
You know, cobbling together and, you know, spotting the ball correctly because it did hit one of the Russellville players.
And they marked it at exactly the right spot. 3 receivers and a tight end. Norberg takes the handoff. Russellville crashes from both corners.
Well, they were eyeballing number 2 right there, weren't they?
He loses a couple back to the 48-yard line, but they sent everybody to stop Jackson Norberg right there. And just like you said, Graham, that should open up the passing game if need be here at some point tonight.
Well, it should. You know, Panthers have completed 1 pass so far. They haven't really had to do much passing.
This time, Poole is going to throw it. He throws it down the field, complete to Gage Weaver. Weaver has first down at the 40, spins on the far sideline, and brought out of bounds at the 37, maybe the 36 even.
First catch of the night for Gage goes for about 16 yards. Nice play there for the Panthers' leading receiver.
To the 36-yard line. This time, Jackson's going to bring it right side. On his feet, good gain just inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. He's hit hard, but he picks up 7, and it's 2nd down and 3.
And everything's working right now for the Panthers in the running game. Up the middle, on the edge. You know, it's kind of whatever they want to do, they can do it at this point.
6:55 to go, first half, 21-6, Siloam Springs. 3 receiver set, Jordan Stewart, the H-back. It's Norberg. Let's see. No gain on the play for Jackson Norberg. He's going to be stopped at the 29, so it's 3rd down and 3. Third down and 3 for the Panthers. Clock ticks, 6:25 to go, first half. Russellville struck first. Their opening drive, they went up 6-0, missed the extra point. It's been all Panthers so far since. Pass to Jordan Stewart. He's wide open over the 25. Rumbles inside the 20, inside the 15, all the way down to the 12-yard line. Jordan Stewart for a big gain and a first down, and it's going to be 1st and 10 in the red zone at the 12-yard line. They'll have the ball on the left hash that's near their own sideline. Taylor Poole. This time he pulls it out and keeps it himself. They do a good job defensively. Taylor Poole spins and falls forward for 2 to the 10-yard line. Graham, the Panthers can get a first down inside the 5 at the, let's see, at about the 2.5, I'm going to say, roughly. So they can pick up first down yardage without scoring.
Going back to that play to Jordan Stewart, nice to see him make a play there. He's made a few here in the last few weeks, and you know, he was a guy who who struggled with injuries earlier in the season.
Panthers try to run a wide receiver screen right there, and Taylor Poole throws it out in front of the receiver just a little bit incomplete. So now it's 3rd down and 8 from the 10.
You know, Jordan's also a basketball player, and I know he's excited about basketball season, getting to play with his little brother Josh. But we ain't ready for basketball season yet, so let's keep this up.
3 receivers. Taylor Poole's going to keep it, and he loses yards. Loses yards back to the 14, I believe. They key on that run, on that read option. He's dropped back. I guess it's at the 13-yard line.
Give Harry Losh a chance to kick a field goal here to put the Panthers up 18 if he can get it through there.
It'll be a 30-yard attempt. Gavin Henson will hold. 30 yards. The hold is good. The kick is up, and it splits the uprights for Harrison Losh, and it is a 24-6 Siloam Springs lead with 4:53 to go in the first half. Panthers looking strong so far here tonight.
Good to see the state runner-up Panther marching band here tonight in Russellville. I know it's a cold night, and
Making their journey.
Really happy to see them here. They won the state runner-up this past week at War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock, so that's a nice honor for them.
That's a big deal. Harrison Losh to kick it away. His kick is high, end over end. Taken by Graham at the 1-yard line. He brings it up over the 10, the 15. Breaks a tackle at the 20 on the far sideline. He's finally forced out of bounds at about the 27. Good return that time by Gavin Graham. 26-yard return. Another great kickoff by Harrison Losh.
Yeah, he's just coming up short on getting him in the end zone. It's a cold night and just a little bit short on him, but still giving the special teams a chance to go and make a play.
Excellent hang time on the football. First down and 10 from the 28-yard line of Russellville. Cyclones have 4 receivers. Bobbled snap. They're going to wrap it up and lose a yard back to the 26, or make it 2 yards back to the 26-yard line. Another good snap, but he just has a hard time holding on to the football.
That was 37 at quarterback there.
Was it 37 or 18?
Pretty sure it was 37.
It is 37. He's quarterback again. They'll hand it off over the middle. That's Gavin Graham over the middle up to just over the 30 to the 31-yard line. And it's going to be a 3rd down and 7. A good gain there.
Folks, I hate to make excuses for us sometimes, but the viewing situation on the road has not been ideal a lot this year with the windows. This time we're dealing with lots of
There's no
steaming up.
heat. There's no heat in the box, and the window is fogging up, folks. If you can't see the scoreboard, it's not that the camera is out of focus. It is that the window we are looking through is fogging up so bad that it makes the camera lose focus. It's quite an ordeal here. It's cold here in Russellville tonight.
It is very chilly.
Cyclones burn a timeout, by the way. It'll be 3rd and 7 when they break the huddle from the timeout from their own 31. They need to get to the 38 for first down yards. Panthers have looked strong here in the early going, but on the road, you can't ever let off the pedal.
I wonder if the Cyclones had an injury to Whitford.
They may have. Graham, still the quarterback. He takes it, rolls out to his left, manages to get the ball down the field, and it's almost intercepted. Ugly looking play. Esquin Bocanegra almost picked that football off for the Panthers, but he couldn't haul it in, and it is 4th down and 7.
Panthers ought to sense blood in the water here, Dustin, and go after him. Not necessarily go after the punt, but may have a little bit of a wounded Russellville team, and try and deliver the knockout punch here right before halftime.
This time, Ty Hips is going to punt it away. Boy, they've sent several different punters in here in the first half. All of them done a pretty good job. This one is low, end over end, taken at the 44-yard line by Elijah Coffin. He brings it up to the 49-yard line. He takes it on the run, but the Cyclones do a good job, coverage team. He picks up 5 yards on the return.
Well, when you're under the gun, you take it on the run. So that's what Coffey did there. It was a low-line drive, and they were coming hard at him. And, Coffey, man, he's got a little moxie to him.
He does.
And
ice water in the veins. So near midfield, Panthers with great field position.
Ice water, but not coffee. But not coffee.
But not coffee.
For coffee.
Ironically.
No, Elijah's a good player and a good baseball player too.
So Siloam Springs from the near hash. Tate Kreiner goes in motion to the open side of the field. Taylor Poole looks to throw, and he's going to have to tuck it, and he loses a yard. Loses 2. Back to the 47-yard line. He's dropped. And there's going to be an injury on the field for Siloam Springs, and we'll take a quick break. 3:27 to go in the first half. Siloam Springs leads Russellville 24-6. Back here shortly.
Are you frustrated with slow internet speeds? Maybe you live far from the city and rarely enjoy working from home, playing games online, or streaming online. Your location shouldn't matter. The solution you need is Miles Out Internet. Miles Out offers the best modem and antenna products for your internet service enhancement needs. Faster than satellite, from 10 megabytes up to 80 megabytes download speed, cost-effective, an excellent alternative to DSL and slower satellite services with an unlimited internet connection. Simply purchase a modem or any of our antenna products and you're all set. Now you can enjoy playing games online, streaming your favorite TV stations, smooth video and audio calls over Wi-Fi, and more. We offer full customer support and also run office phone systems, along with failover if your cable or fiber should stop working. Miles Out Internet, giving you the best internet experience. Contact us at 918-913-4479 or visit www.milesoutinternet.com. Are you
The player shaken up on the field for the Siloam Springs Panthers was Jordan Stewart. And with a little assistance, he comes off the field.
He's putting a little weight on it, Jordan is. So, man, I could see so much better now.
Hopefully he'll be all right. We went ahead and opened the window. Tate Kreiner comes across the formation. Jackson Norberg takes the handoff, and he's going to lose a couple more back to the 45-yard line. And Graham Russellville is keying on the run every time. They are just crashing people from the edges.
Well, you can't blame them. They've gotten gashed pretty good here in the first half, and they're gonna make Siloam Springs do something else to beat them. So here on 3rd and long, the Panthers can throw it down the field. They can throw it short and punt the football away and play defense for the rest of the half. Kind of just whatever they choose to do here.
3 receiver set and an H-back. Poole looks to throw. Throws it down the field for Tate Kreiner, and it was in the cradle, but Kreiner couldn't bring it down. It was a great pass by Taylor Poole, but it falls incomplete with 2:36 to go in the half, and the Panthers are going to need to put this football away.
Yeah, it hit Kreiner in the breadbasket there, and cold night, that ball don't feel as good as it would on some other nights. Kind of hits you a little harder, I think.
Reed Wolf stands at the 23-yard line to return the punt. Taylor Poole's punt is
Oh my! That hit
it hits the
Oh.
Russellville player, and it's scooped up by Elijah Coffey. One of the officials on the field gets taken out amidst the melee. And
That has
Graham,
to be a
that should
Panther
be
football.
Siloam Springs football. It didn't hit the return man, but it hit another man. Another man back to block for the Cyclones. It most certainly hit a Russellville Cyclone. Elijah Coffey came up with it. You cannot advance, and it is. It is Siloam Springs football at the Cyclone 29-yard line. You cannot advance a kicked football. So what Elijah Coffey did after he picked up the football doesn't count for anything, but he does get the fumble recovery, and the Panthers have the football at the 29-yard line.
I think our official friend up here pregame took it pretty hard there too.
It may have been him. Jackson Norberg is bottled up at the line of scrimmage. Nothing going for Norberg. He's forced back, but they'll give him the original line of scrimmage. And he helps some of the Cyclone players up off the field.
Norberg did?
Yes.
That's just like Norberg. What a great kid.
A minute 55 to go in the first half, and Siloam Springs with a chance to really add to a lead here. Brendan Lashley goes in motion. Taylor Poole throws it, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by the Cyclones, and they're going to get out of bounds on the near sideline at the 28-yard line. It was Caleb Gray who picked off the pass. And Russellville, instead, they're going to have a chance to try to drive down the field with a minute 34 to go. Panthers lead this game 24-6.
Well, and, Poole was he was running to the left side and threw across his body. Russellville, this what an interesting formation we got here with
Very
Russellville.
interesting formation, kind of a swinging gate type of formation. And they're going to run it that way. And the pass is batted up in the air, and it's going to be called incomplete. You could have argued that was a lateral, Graham, but the officials have done a great job here tonight. They've been the best officiating crew we maybe have seen all year.
You're not
They
saying
call it
that because they
incomplete.
came up and made friends with us.
I'm not. I really believe they've done a great job.
Okay, well, I'll take. They're going to run that same formation again. And the coaches were talking this week how Russellville's going to have about 7 to 8 trick plays they'll run.
2nd and 10. This time it's Whitford back. He completes it over the middle to Lovelace. Lovelace with a good gain and easily first down yardage up to the 45-yard line. It's going to be about a 20-yard gain? 19, 20, something?
17-yard gain there.
So Russellville with a minute 20 to go. The clock starts again. And Whitford is not the quarterback now. Now it's Gavin Graham again. They go back to a traditional formation. Gavin Graham is going to keep it on the read. Sidesteps a defender, gets up to midfield at the 50. Siloam Springs tackles him inbounds, just barely inbounds. So that keeps the clock running. Under a minute to go here in the first half. Russellville trying to get it back within striking distance. And now a penalty flag comes in as Siloam Springs struggled to get a defender off the field on a personnel change. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty, and that'll give Russellville a first down at the Siloam Springs 45-yard line. That moves the chains. The game clock rolls again, 45 seconds to go. Russellville with empty backfield, 5 receivers. Graham is going to roll to his right, looking to throw down the field, and it's tipped by Cam Collins.
Nice play by Cam
Collins. Excellent job there. He was 4 yards in front of the receiver and reached his paws up there and tipped it and knocked it down. So clock stops, 36 seconds to go on the incomplete pass. It is 2nd down and 10 from the Siloam 45-yard line for the Cyclones. Now they bring Thomas back in the backfield. Graham looks to throw. He throws it over the middle, has a receiver complete. It's Lovelace. Lovelace breaks the tackle at the 30. Shake and bake inside the 20. He's held up there by Ledecker at the 17-yard line. Out of bounds at the 17-yard line with 21 seconds to go in the quarter. And Graham, Siloam Springs really needs to keep Russellville out of the end zone here in the final 21 seconds of the half.
Yes, they do. And
Graham, he's going to throw it, looks to the end zone, has a receiver and dropped. Pass was dropped by Reed Wolf. Siloam Springs' Elijah Coffey was there. But Reed Wolf, that ball fell right into his arms, and he just dropped it in the end zone.
Coffey did a good job, I think, of distracting him on that play.
17 seconds to go, 2nd and 10. Graham tucks it,
Russell's
runs,
got
and
to
he's
burn a
dropped at the
timeout
16.
here.
He's dropped for a gain of 1. They'll burn their final timeout with 12 seconds to go here in the half. 12 seconds to go in the half. Russellville has the football at the Siloam Springs 16-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 9 when they come back from the timeout. We at Generations Bank want to thank you for making Siloam Springs your home. With our experienced staff, Generations Bank is here to help you with your everyday financial needs by offering convenient amenities such as online and mobile banking. Looking to establish a new business or just need financing for your next project? Come in today and discuss with one of our loan specialists. We thrive at making sound financial recommendations to our customers. We are always glad to help. You'll never be just a number to us. We make it a point to know you, your pets, family, and your interests. Stop by and experience it for yourself. Conveniently located in Signature Plaza in Siloam Springs. Generations Bank, celebrating the past, creating the future. Member FDIC. Whitford back in at quarterback, brings a man in motion. Whitford with time to throw over the middle to Lovelace, complete and dropped at the 6-yard line. That'll stop the clock while they move the chains with 7 seconds to go. Russellville scrambles to try to get a play off. They get lined up, play clock starts, they're going to spike the football. Whitford spikes the football. That'll stop the clock with 5 seconds to go. Russellville is out of timeouts. And now the coaching staff is discussing what they want to do here.
They probably got one play here. Maybe 2, depending on how friendly the clock is.
Five seconds to go. 2nd and goal from the 6. Whitford from the gun, 4-receiver set. Play action, he goes to the end zone. The ball's batted up and incomplete. Elijah Coffey did an excellent job, but that does not end the half. There's 2 seconds left. Trenton Stokes was the intended receiver, a big 6'3" receiver. They were looking for the mismatch against Elijah Coffey, and Coffey did not cower down in any way. He batted that football up, and now they're going to try to kick a field goal with 2 seconds left on the final play of the first half. 23-yarder for number 23, Connor Cooper. The kick is up, and it is good. And Russellville tacks on a field goal to end the first half, but Siloam Springs goes to the break with a 24-9 lead on a win and get-in game on the season finale for the Siloam Springs Panthers. We'll be back after an extended halftime break. We'll return at about the 6 or 7 minute mark prior to second half action. You're listening to Siloam Springs football.
Cyclone fans, the Russellville dance team will be competing tomorrow at Lake Hannibal in the state competition. Tonight they are performing their hip-hop routine. Last week they placed fourth with this routine and won the Judges Showmanship Award. The dance team is coached by Nina Cellino. And now, the Russellville dance team.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Into money, they got never said. This is so much better. I'm tripping, I'm with like on another level. They can't call me wrong. See me as a prayer, nothing I'm afraid of, and I can have it all. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Great job, Russellville dance team. Ladies and gentlemen, the Russellville Senior High cheerleaders. Ladies and gentlemen, the Russellville High School Band is now preparing to come onto the field, and we ask that you remain seated and enjoy the halftime show. The superintendent of schools is Dr. Mark Gocher, and the principal of Russellville High School is Mr. Al Harpenoff. The band directors of Russellville are Dwayne Dove, Michael Tucker, Paxton Taylor, Kim Parker, Scott Johnson, Sarah Abbott, Cassie Whitworth, and Stephanie Michael. The front ensemble instructor is Kelby Taylor. The majorette sponsor is Brittany Collins, and the flagline sponsors are Melissa Creel and Ashley Marine. The drum majors are Mackenzie Epperson, Alex Jones, and Olivia Lowry. The theme of tonight's halftime show is West Side Story. With music from Leonard Bernstein, it is one of the greatest romance music musicals of the past century. This evening, you will hear Maria, Cool, and Jet Song as the band performs music from West Side Story. And now, the pride of Russellville, the Crimson Cyclones. At this time, we would like to recognize our senior band members and their parents. This senior class is a very talented group of musicians. We look forward to them leading us the rest of the year. The seniors are Chase Talon, escorted by Johnny and Charity Talon. Jaden Inchelmeyer, escorted by Valerie and Dr. Ernie Inchelmeyer. Emily Kennard, escorted by Carla Brown Kennard. Nicole Williams, escorted by Dwayne Dove. Alicia Clayton, escorted by Frankie Clayton and Ella Clayton. Elizabeth Martin, escorted by Maddie and Mike Martin. Zachary Pierce, escorted by Michael and Laura Pierce. Joshua Mendoza, escorted by Claudia Mendoza. Carlos Orellano Castellanos, escorted by Blanca Orellano. Cameron Baxley, escorted by Crystal and Freddie Baxley. Alex Tanner, escorted by Tim and Lori Tanner. Matthew Travis, escorted by Melissa Muret and James Travis. Caden Bewley, escorted by Judy Eskew. Wilson Escobar, escorted by Jessica Garcia and Wilson Escobar. Anna Vogler, escorted by Adrian Shelton and Robert Vogler. Emily Wyndham, escorted by Patty and Maurice Wyndham. Vincent Light, escorted by Charity Park and Ben Stewart Abernathy. Tadagat Prayaga, escorted by Santa and Dr. Sastry Prayaga. Lorenzo Troca, escorted by Lori McQuaid. Liam Van Oot, escorted by Jennifer and Philip Van Oot. John Vickers, escorted by Greg and Joy Vickers. Kayla Burnett, escorted by Michael and Tara Brune and Jacob and Mary Burnett. William Gunnels, escorted by Kathy and Jeffrey Gunnels. Jake Hodges, escorted by Jim and Lynn Hodges. Mitchell Jackson, escorted by Amy Dixon and Adam Jackson. Hui Win, escorted by Kay Ho and Chien Win. Jason Pedrez, escorted by Santos Guevara. Matthew Ramirez, escorted by Carmen Ramirez and Carlos Carrillo. Lakin Scribner, escorted by Mark Prince. Giselle Torres, escorted by Graciela Torres and Francisco Gutierrez Torres. Keziah Woods, escorted by Tremaine White and Linda Linton. Lilybeth Arevalo, escorted by Theo
We welcome you back to Russellville as the Siloam Springs Panthers have a 24-9 halftime lead over the Russellville Cyclones here in the final week of the regular season of 2019. And it is time for the Herald Leader halftime show with the managing editor of the Herald Leader and just an overall brilliant man, Mr. Graham Thomas. Graham, as always, we thank you for doing this with us.
Well, yeah, once again, you were way too kind about the brilliant part, but I'll roll with it.
Well, anyway, I say brilliant because you have the first half stats. So Let's take a look at some first half stats.
All right, let the brilliance begin. So we'll start with the Russellville Cyclones. True to the scouting report, they have struggled to run the football, but I think what you're seeing is a struggle because they take some sacks back there. The quarterback's been sacked about 3 times for a loss of 28 yards, and they've got 7 yards rushing on 18 rushing attempts. Number 48.
Yeah, that's Latrell Thomas.
Yeah, Latrell Thomas, he leads the way, 8 carries for 29 yards. But as I said, they've lost quite a bit of yards in sacks. Lovelace, the receiver, has 10 catches already for 99 yards, and Panthers are having a hard time slowing him down in the passing game.
He's been their go-to guy, no
Yeah,
doubt.
Russellville with 143 yards of offense, and they started the game with the score. They ended the game with the score. In between all then, though, the Panthers did a good job defensively, holding them down, forcing I think 3 or 4 punts in a row. Three punts in a row, that is. And one of those, they actually turned the ball over. Siloam with 194 yards of offense. A lot of that came in the first quarter from the running of Jackson Norberg. He's got 13 carries for 136 yards and 3 touchdowns. Taylor Pools completed 3 of 8 passes for 45 yards and 1 interception. Panthers haven't had to pass the ball a whole lot, but I imagine you're going to have to see it a little bit more in the second half with Russellville. They're going to make it a point to stop that run, and Panthers are going to have to make some plays in the passing game to get back going again. So, another good first half for Siloam Springs. That's not been, a rare thing this year. They've always played well in the first half. It seems. It's can they put that 4-quarter game together here, and the players know that. When we talked with Taylor Poole earlier this week, he mentioned that they need to be consistent and play a 4-quarter game. So, if they put that 4-quarter game tonight, if they get it tonight, they're going to go to the playoffs.
That's right. And most likely we'll play Marion. I don't even know what Marion's mascot is.
Patriots.
The Marion Patriots.
Marion Patriots. I have been to a football game at Marion before, back in 2005 when I was covering the Nettleton Raiders. And, that's a long trip. I mean, we might as well go ahead and make reservations at Rendezvous in Memphis for that one.
There you go. There you go. So there's a look at our first half stats. And, Graham, where are you going to be tomorrow morning and why?
Tomorrow morning, I'm heading down to Oak Lawn Park for the annual state cross-country meet down on the racetrack. And, man, I tell you what, it's always a fun event. I'm looking forward to it. The 5A boys, in cross-country, it's down a classification. So Siloam Springs competes in 5A. And they'll be running at 9:30, and then the Siloam Springs girls run at 10:45, looking for 6 cross-country state titles in a row.
Wow.
It's doable. They can pull it off. They're gonna have to run the best race of the year, but they can do it. And we'll be rooting them on for sure to go after that 6th straight title. What a remarkable deal we've seen the last few years with cross country and girls soccer. Just the multiple state titles in a row thing is just not heard of these days. And I know I said when volleyball won 6 state titles in a row, so we'll never see something like that again. But man, it's happened in 2 sports, and
it's impressive.
So good luck to Coach Sharon Jones and her staff, and I'm sure that they're already down there. Probably a lot of them are listening to this broadcast right now, watching the football team from their hotel room tonight and getting. But it's going to be lights out here soon to get ready for a big meet tomorrow.
That would be something. 5 in a row is something.
1 is something. I mean, there are a lot of good coaches that go throughout their career and don't win 1 state title, and to have had the success that they have had in cross country is just, it's a testament to the coaches and the kids, mostly the kids though. I mean, they're the ones that actually go out there and do it, and the coaches do a great job in cross country, and really happy for them and excited about the opportunity tomorrow to go win another one.
So we transition to basketball. It starts this week.
I mean, it's here. You know, the Siloam Springs Lady Panthers head to West Fork for the Duel at the Dome tournament. And that will be it starts on Monday in West Fork, and I believe will go Monday, Thursday, Saturday. And then the boys play a benefit game on Thursday night. And I really don't want to forget this either, but Panther Pride Night, the annual scrimmage with all the programs, I believe, is Tuesday night at the Panther Activity Center at Siloam Springs High School. Always a good event to see everybody at every grade level play in front of the fans. Always a good event. So, basketball is here. I don't know that I'm ready, but basketball's here. And we're going to it's going to be a busy, fun time as we head into the winter season.
And then junior high basketball, the 33rd annual Panther Classic is coming up the 18th to the 23rd. And Graham, I know you've been able to see that several times over the years, but 32 different teams from Northwest Arkansas and Northeast Oklahoma for a junior high boys basketball tournament in Siloam.
I mean, it's just great for everybody involved. All these teams come into our town, and they enjoy our facilities, and they love coming here and playing in this tournament. That's why it's been around for so long, and great people helping with the tournament. And that's the kind of things that make great athletic programs. And Siloam Springs certainly has a great reputation of being a very hospitable place when the teams show up. And the annual junior high tournament is no different. It's been going on a long time, and it'll be a fun one again this year.
Right, and Graham, I haven't said this enough this year, and that's definitely my bad. But folks, get the Herald Leader. Graham Thomas and his staff do an excellent job of covering everything in and around Siloam Springs, from all the news in the area to definitely excellent athletics coverage for Siloam Springs and Northeast Oklahoma there. Graham and his team do an excellent job. And folks, if you don't already get the Herald Leader, get it. And now we're about set for second half action.
All right.
So the Panthers will get the football to start the second half. They won the toss and deferred to the second half. Siloam Springs with a 24-9 halftime lead. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does here, Graham. It was very evident the second part, or the last half of the second quarter,
got a little stagnant.
Russellville defensively definitely made some adjustments. They're crashing people on the outsides, trying to disrupt the running game. So we'll see what the Panthers do here on their first possession.
Heck, I think Dustin, it's going to be interesting to see what Russellville does on this very first possession, or this very kick. I wouldn't put out of the question for them to maybe try a little onside kick, or maybe a little try to put a sky kick in the middle of the defense and try and get a turnover right off the bat here.
That's right. Number 23, Connor Cooper, will kick it away for Russellville. And again, we've said it several times tonight, but this is in essence a playoff game here tonight. They sky kick it high and short, taking it to 29-yard line and breaking a tackle. That's Jackson Norberg up over the 35, near the 40-yard line on this far sideline, Panther sideline. It's going to be at the 39, and Siloam Springs gets good field position to start the half.
Good job by Norberg catching that ball, securing the possession, and the Panthers are going to get a good field position to start here.
Well, it is some kind of cold here in Russellville tonight.
It's just kind of cold and humid. I mean, it is.
It's a damp cold. 3 receiver set for the Panthers. Start off by handing it to Norberg. Norberg fights forward for a couple yards. About 2 up to the 41-yard line.
Yeah, that gives them a good spot.
It'll be the
yeah.
42.
Panthers will take that. I mean, they want to run clock. They want to move the chains, put the ball in the end zone.
So twin receiver set and an H-back. The H-back is Lashley. Norberg, the running back. Now he goes in motion out of the backfield. Taylor Poole looks to throw over the middle, has Tate Kreiner complete. First down yards inside Russellville territory at the 47-yard line.
Nice catch by Tate there.
That's right. And the Siloam Springs offense is on the move here. as they move much more methodically than they did in the first half. They huddle up here.
Well, it's no secret they want to run the football and pass, and execute the passing game is how Coach Craig calls it.
Taylor Poole looks to throw again. This time it's
I think Tanner
Tanner
Broyles got that
Broyles,
one.
and he hauled that in.
They're going to talk
Low
about
football.
They're going to give it to him.
At about the 44-yard line, it's only a gain of 3, but it keeps the clock moving, and it was a great play by Broyles to haul that football in.
Only Tanner knows whether he got that one or not.
And he's not telling. And it's 2nd and 7. Panther offense is Russellville shows blitz. They do bring a man. Taylor Poole looks for Lashley out of the backfield, and Lashley can't catch up to the ball. The pass was overthrown just a little bit. And it's 3rd down and 7.
The passing game is not easy to execute when it's cold. It's not easy to execute on any night, really. It's a difficult thing to execute, but it's extra hard when it's a little bit chilly out like it is.
Ball from the right hash near us. That's the right side of play for Siloam Springs. Norberg splits out of the backfield. They go to him, and he's got room, but he had to go down to a knee to catch the football, and he only gets 1 yard. The ball kind of hung in the air on Taylor Poole, and Norberg had to go down to a knee to catch the football, and it's a 4th down and 6 from the 43-yard line of Russellville. And it looks like the punt team is coming onto the field for the Panthers.
I think that's the smart play right here. Your defense has been playing pretty well. Punt the football away.
Russellville drops a man back late. Taylor Poole to do the punting. The snap is a good one. Poole has plenty of time. It's an end-over-end kick. Hits at the 15. Takes the Siloam Springs roll inside the 10, down to about the 6-yard line. Panthers will down it. Good punt for Taylor Poole and a good roll for the Panthers. And when you're up by 2 scores, the field position game is a big part of it. And the Panthers flip the field easily, and Russellville has it pinned deep in their own territory. See, the quarterback will be Braden Whitford. He's the quarterback that started the game. Twin receivers set. He'll hand it off to his running back up the middle. A good run there by Latrell Thomas. Thomas picks up about 7 yards to the 14. Make it 8 yards to the 5th. No, the down marker holder is not doing a good job. It's 2nd down and 3. A 7-yard pickup for Thomas from the 14-yard line. They'll go to him again. He's got room to run over the middle again. 1st down to the 20 for Latrell Thomas. That moves the chains. 8:50 to go, 3rd quarter. Siloam Springs up 24-9 on the road. Final night of the regular season over the Russellville Cyclones. 4 receiver set. Busted play. This time Whitford will keep it himself. He's going to lose yards. He wanted to hand the football off. His running back went the opposite direction. He's going to lose yards back to the, let's see, it'll depend on the spot here, to the 17. So a 3-yard loss makes it 2nd down and 13.
It's happened a few times tonight where Whitford doesn't appear to be the most quick running type quarterback, and when he gets caught back there, there's just not a lot for him to be able to do.
So on 2nd and 13, Whitford looks to throw. He's got time in the pocket, steps up into the throw, complete at the 20, on his feet, past the 30, up over the 35 to the 43-yard line about before he's finally knocked out of bounds on a big gain for the Russellville Cyclones. Up to the 42, and it's a 1st down for Russellville. 7:40 to go in the 3rd quarter. Siloam Springs defense rushes to get set. They flip it out again. Again, up to the 50-yard line is Brady Burnett. A gain of 8 on first down, and at midfield, it's 2nd down and 2 for Russellville. Siloam Springs defense is struggling a little bit here.
Well, these wide receivers are doing a good job for Russellville, blocking the edge, and those little short passes are turning into 7-8 yard gains because of that.
So it's 2nd and 3 from the 49. Whitford from the pocket, looks to throw, goes down the field, has a man, and interference. Interference against the Panthers. Marquise Peter was the intended receiver, and Siloam Springs interfered with him while the ball was in the air. And Russellville is going to get deep in Siloam territory here, all the way down. Let's see, that should put the ball at about the 36.
Now, I'm not going to say that Armando Munoz didn't interfere there, but I thought maybe that Peter got his arms on him as well. So, it looked like he grabbed hold of him. Now, Munoz didn't turn around.
Russellville's going to go a 3-receiver set on the short side of the field near us. That's to Whitford's left. Whitford looks for his man over the middle, complete to Lovelace with room to run inside the 20, out of bounds down at the 14, maybe even the 13-yard line. And Russellville is in the red zone knocking on the door here, Graham. Siloam Springs Panthers need to settle down here. Make some plays defensively. Russellville hurries to the line of scrimmage, same formation. Whitford takes the snap, looks to throw again. This time he'll throw it to his opposite side of the field, looking in the end zone for Peter. Marquise Peter, it's overthrown. About 8 yards deep for Marquise Peter. And it'll be 2nd down from the Siloam Springs 13-yard line. 2nd and 10. Second and 10 from the Siloam 13-yard line. Whitford with the same formation. He's going to flip it out to the short side. Good block on the reception. He's out of bounds at the 6-yard line. That's Reed Wolf. Siloam Springs thought that one of the defensive backs was held there, but they don't get the call. It's going to be out of bounds at the 6. So 3rd down and about 2.5. They can get a first down at the 3, but they don't need to make it quite to the 3 for the first down. They'll hand it off over the middle. First down and near the goal line, but short at the 2 is 48 Latrell Thomas. But it's going to be 1st and goal for Russellville. Graham, Russellville's marching down the field. The Panthers are going to need to answer here.
They're kind of having their way with them at the moment.
Braden Whitford. 4-receiver set. Whitford looks to throw into the end zone. Complete touchdown. Reed Wolf scores 2 yards deep in the end zone, and it is a 24-15 Siloam Springs lead.
Fireworks touchdown. Sponsored by Phil Wright Autoplex.
And it is 24-15, and they're going to attempt the extra point. Connor Cooper, his kick is up, and it is good. And it is a touchdown and 2-point conversion away from being tied with 6 minutes, 39 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Friends, tired of slow to no internet speed where you live? Well, Miles Out Internet is the answer. With over 800 customers, Miles Out is here to get you online and streaming. Many of their clients are past dissatisfied DSL and satellite customers who were tired of having slow or no service. Through cellular wireless internet, Miles Out offers fast speeds, reliability, competitive pricing with no contracts. They are also true unlimited internet with no data caps to slow you down. So if you like streaming movies or online gaming, they are your solution. Call them at 918-913-4479 or visit their webpage at milesoutinternet.com for more information. Miles Out Internet is a proud sponsor of Panther football. So Connor Cooper to kick it away.
Just saw a score from Lake Hamilton. Greenwood leads 35-7.
That's no surprise. That kick is going to roll out of bounds at the 12-yard line before Elijah Coffey can get to it. So that'll give the Panthers good field position up at the 35-yard line. What'd you say that score was, Graham?
35-7.
Greenwood?
Greenwood ahead.
For the Panthers at the 35-yard line.
Lake
Panthers-
Hamilton's had a great year, but really no surprise there. Greenwood's very good.
Panthers really need to mount something here on offense. Need to get the ball down the field, and get the ball in the end zone, reestablish control of this ball game here.
Russellville has scored the last 10 points, and they've cut the Siloam Springs lead to 8, 24-16. Taylor Poole looks to throw. The defensive back, Lovelace, makes a break for the football. Tanner Broyles manages to knock it down, incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Panthers getting a little predictable here, too.
They are. Four receiver set. Norberg in the backfield with Poole. Poole will tuck it and keep it himself. He gets up to the 39-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, but it's 3rd down and 6. Russellville has all the momentum here. Panthers need to at least pick up one first down here and give their defense a breather. Trips to Poole's left. Broyles the lone man on the near side. Poole looks down the field, intercepted. Pass is intercepted by Caleb Gray at the 45-yard line of Russellville. Taylor Gray intercepts it for Russellville. And Russellville, trailing by only 8, have it at their own 46-yard line. And right now, the Siloam Springs is reeling, Graham. On the road, the Panthers need a defensive stop here.
Just gotta find a way. That's what it's all about on the road.
From the 46, Whitford looks to throw, batted. Hunter Talley jumps up as he's rushing the quarterback and knocks the football down. Great play by a sophomore defensive end who plays less and less like a sophomore every week.
Nice play by Hunter Talley for sure. Use that long frame of his to jump up and get one.
2nd down and 10.
The Panthers need to make something happen here on defense. Need to cause a little havoc and get a turnover themselves.
Whitford looking to throw. Pocket collapses. He'll tuck it, but get back. Whitford gets back.
Ball's out.
To the line of scrimmage, and the ball comes out. We'll wait for the call. Siloam Springs has it. If it's going to be ruled a fumble, we wait for the call. It is Siloam Springs football. Keegan Susie comes up with the fumble. Braden Whitford fumbles the football away. Siloam Springs, one play after Graham Thomas of the Herald Leader says they need to cause some havoc.
You know, you just
Panthers
gotta
get a turnover.
You just gotta dial them up a little bit. You know, that's how I roll.
1st and 10 near midfield at the 48-yard line. Jackson Norberg in the backfield. Brendan Lashley, the H-back. 5:47 to go, 3rd quarter. Taylor Poole looks to throw again. Ball is thrown behind Tate Kreiner. Kreiner does an excellent job of going down for it, but he can't haul it in. Incomplete, 2nd down and 10. Taylor Poole's having a hard time getting the ball out.
Well, they're just kind of daring him to throw the ball too. You know, they're loading up the box, and you know they're going to make Siloam Springs beat them through the air.
This time, Norberg takes the handoff across midfield, almost breaks it, but he gets down to the 46-yard line. A good gain by Norberg. Makes it a 3rd down and very manageable, a 6-yard pickup, and it's 3rd and 4. A shoestring tackle prevented that from being a much bigger gain, too, Graham.
You know, you might see him again here, and if you get into maybe a 4th and short, might consider going for it and challenging your football team. Let's go to the playoffs, boys.
Lashley lined up at tight end this time. That's exactly what they do. Norberg churning for yards, and he's near the marker. It'll depend on the spot. It is going to be very close, and it's not a very friendly spot. It is not
I think he's going to be a half a football short.
They're not even going to measure. Very unfortunate spot. They're going to be right at a yard shy of the first down yardage.
You want to go to the playoffs? Let's see if they
Rhino package right here. Jackson Norberg behind Poole in the pistol. Norberg takes the handoff, runs into the line of scrimmage. He's going to be.
I think he's going to get it.
If he gets it, it's barely. I think he's got it based on the far line judge's spot, but it's going to be close.
I think that's a first down there, Dustin.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
First down, Siloam Springs. Jackson Norberg and the Rhino package gets the first down, not by much, but they didn't need much. So 1st and 10. Panthers take their time here. They'll huddle.
And get that running game going again. You know, get Norberg going again. They had some success. Challenge that offensive line.
This time, play action. Taylor Poole throws, almost intercepted again. Gage Weaver couldn't find it. The defender was Caleb Gray again, the guy who picked off the pass a few minutes ago. And Siloam Springs gets fortunate by that ball falling to the ground. The Russellville corners are very aggressive.
They've done a good job.
They really have. 2nd and 10 from the 41. Quarterback keeper. Not much there, just inside the 40. And it's 3rd and long. 3rd down and 9 from the 40. Panthers passing game has struggled here all night. 3rd down and 8. They're going to go with an empty backfield. Jackson Norberg lined up in the slot, one of 2 receivers to the left of Taylor Poole. Poole avoids the rush, underthrows his man. Ransom Van Ash was the intended receiver, and he underthrows him. Incomplete, and it's 4th down and 8 from the 40.
I think you'll see the Panthers punt this ball away here.
Fourth down and 8. Punt personnel comes on for Siloam Springs. Taylor Poole, the punter. He'll stand at his own 48. Reed Wolf to return it, stands at his 10. They rush the punt. Siloam Springs gets it off. It hits at the 12, takes a Siloam bounce, but into the end zone for a touchback, and Russellville will have the ball at the 20-yard line. Reed Wolf did a great job as a return man there to fake out a couple of the Panthers by coming up like he was about to field the football at about the 15. The ball landed at about the 11 behind him and took a Siloam Springs roll for a moment before it went into the end zone.
And you hate to say it, Dustin, but this game has kind of taken on an eerie feel of some of the others in the second half where the offense kind of struggles to get the ball going, and the other team is finding ways to make plays.
Handoff, big gain over the middle, 48. Latrell Thomas in Siloam Springs territory, tripped up from behind inside the 35-yard line, all the way down to the 32-yard line is Latrell Thomas on a big gain. Now they'll mark it back at the 35, but either way, it's a big gain for Russellville. Flips the field. What is that, a 45-yard pickup? Quarterback keeper this time. And it's Graham that was in at quarterback. He's still on his feet. Inside the 20, inside the 15, all the way to the Siloam Springs 14-yard line. All the way to the Siloam Springs 14-yard line. And Russellville is knocking on the door in the red zone at the Siloam 14, trailing by 8. 4 receiver set. This time Whitford is back in at quarterback for Russellville. They'll hand it off. In the backfield, he breaks a tackle. Inside the 10, still on his feet. Touchdown, Russellville. Touchdown, Russellville, Caleb Gray. 14 yards out, and Grammy was wrapped up at the line of scrimmage and broke out.
They had him in the backfield, couldn't hang on to him.
And the Siloam Springs sideline is in shock, and we still got a quarter to play, and it's 24-22, and they're going to go for 2, the Russellville Cyclones. Whitford will be the quarterback. Gavin Graham, the running back this time. Twin receiver set on both sides as they line up in pistol formation. Now Whitford comes up and makes a change. Direct snap, double reverse, and then a pass, and Siloam Springs breaks it up. Cam Collins read it perfectly. Cam Collins makes a dive and knocks that ball down on the pass. So they do a direct snap to Gavin Graham, who brings it to his left, tosses it to Brady Burnett, who comes back to the center of the field and throws the football. But the 2-point conversion fails because Cam Collins does an excellent job defending it. And with 2:26 to go in the third quarter, there's a lot of football to go, and it's back to a 2-point game.
We're
Springs.
almost back to square one here, Dustin. I mean, and the Panthers have got to answer here. I mean, that's just the bottom line. They've had second halves this season where they've just not been able to answer the other team, and if they don't do it here, if they don't put a stop to this run here, it could be season over for them.
That's right. Elijah Coffey back to receive the kick. Connor Cooper, the kicker. His kick is high end over end, taken by Coffey at the 13-yard line, over the 20. He pauses, still on his feet across the 30, up to the 34-yard line. So decent field position for the Panthers. Good return by Elijah Coffey.
The offense has made some, they've made a couple first downs the last couple drives and moved the ball across the field, but they haven't been able to get anything consistent going.
Panthers led at one time by a 24-6 score. They led by 18. And now it's a 2-point ball game. 24-22. Siloam Springs clinging to a 2-point lead, 2:20 to go, third quarter. Handoff, Jackson Norberg, good run. He lowers his shoulder at the 40 and runs right through stumbles right through the defender up to the 42-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup for Jackson Norberg, 2nd and 2.
May have to get on Norberg's back again here to.
Taylor Poole throws it over the middle, complete and dropped. Complete and fumbled. Are they going to rule that a fumble or an incomplete pass? They're going to rule it a fumble, and Russellville comes away with it. Or wait, they're going to discuss it. They haven't ruled it yet. They haven't ruled it yet.
I think it's going to be a fumble.
Russellville football. Russellville football in Siloam Springs territory at the 47-yard line.
I'd have to look at it again, Dustin. I think they may have made the right call. He turned to make a run with it.
I'm not even sure who the receiver was.
I think it was Tate Kreiner.
Tate Kreiner.
Forgive me if I'm mistaken.
Panthers defensively, 3 down linemen. Whitford hands it off to his back, who works his way inside the 40.
Panthers got it back, I think.
Football's on the field, but the officials aren't going to give it to him this time. Latrell Thomas takes it inside the 45 to the 43-yard line, a 4-yard gain. They're going to say he was down before the ball came out. 2nd down and 6. Twins on both sides. They're going to hand it off. Siloam Springs contains. And a drop for a loss of 1 back to the 44-yard line. And I could not tell who the runner was that time.
That was 48
was it still
again.
48, Thomas? Under a minute to go. 3rd quarter. Panthers hanging on by 2. Russellville football, 3rd and 7 from the Siloam 44. Whitford looks to throw. Pocket collapses.
Wow.
That time he fumbles it. Siloam Springs gets it. That time it's Siloam Springs football. Esquin Bocanegra comes out of there with it. The Panthers get the turnover back and have the ball back at their own 43 this time. Panthers had to have that, Graham.
Yeah, and I think was that Fessler or was that Hunter Talley?
I think it was Fessler. I believe it was Colby Fessler.
What
Panther
a game.
Football at the 43. Jackson Norberg takes the handoff, fighting for yardage. He'll get up to the 46-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Panthers don't have to run another play before the end of the 3rd, and I bet they won't.
They might just be content here to let's go regroup, boys. This might be one of those times where you see Brandon Craig huddle that whole team around at the end of this quarter and really, give it to them. You got 12 minutes left. 12 minutes.
Panthers aren't even going to go to the line of scrimmage. They're content to let the clock run out on the 3rd quarter. Folks, we'll come back for one more quarter of football on the final week of the season. It is 24-22 Siloam Springs by the slimmest of margins on the road at Russellville. You're listening to Siloam Springs football on YouTube.
Frustrated with slow internet speeds? Maybe you live far from the city and rarely enjoy working from home, playing games online, or streaming online. Your location shouldn't matter. The solution you need is Miles Out Internet. Miles Out offers the best modem and antenna products for your internet service enhancement needs. Faster than satellite, from 10 megabytes up to 80 megabytes download speed, cost-effective, an excellent alternative to DSL and slower satellite services with an unlimited internet connection. Simply purchase a modem or any of our antenna products and you're all
Siloam Springs football to start the 4th quarter. 2nd down and 7 from their own 46-yard line. Siloam Springs leads by 2, 24-22. Taylor Poole with a quarterback keeper up the middle, breaks it into Russellville territory all the way inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. Big gain on the play for Taylor Poole. 1st down Siloam Springs.
About a 16-yard gain there, and that's good to see from the Panthers. Biggest play of the 2nd half so far.
Three receiver set and a tight end. This time it'll be Norberg. He's got room to run. Still on his feet, fighting for yardage, near 1st down yards, right at a 10-yard pickup, down to about the 28. They'll go ahead and give him the 1st down, I believe. Oh no, they're gonna.
Yeah, that's 1st down.
It is a 1st down. I thought they were gonna measure there for a second.
Well, they can only, and when the white hat says 1st down,
That's right.
they got to wait for him to do it. So I guess he had to get a look at it.
1st and 10, Siloam Springs. Poole will keep it himself. Gets behind his blockers. Gets good gain up down to the, the 22-yard line. A 6-yard pickup, 2nd down and 4. Suddenly the running game is kind of clicking a little bit here again.
Their little bounce in their step, a little energy after a turnover.
Same formation, 3 receiver set as the Panthers move toward the north end zone. This time it's Norberg. Norberg has first down yards down to the, the 17. That'll move the chains. Panthers are in the red zone.
Yeah, you have to earn everything you get in this league, Dustin. Every team has good football players, and this is the kind of games you want to play in.
Ball on the right hash. Norberg takes the handoff again inside the 10. Breaks one inside the 5. Ooh, unfortunate spot down at the 6-yard line, but it's still a first down. It'll be a first and goal. I thought he got down to about the 4.
I thought he was inside the 5, and
may have been a good spot. His knee may have gone down as they twisted him around.
It was on the far side of the field.
That's right, but it's first and goal either way.
Regardless, 11-yard gain.
Taylor Poole takes it right side himself. He's for sure inside the 5. Down near the 2, I believe, is where the scrum is going to be on the far side of the field here. We'll wait for him to spot it. It is at the 2-yard line. It's second and goal from the 2.
And that may have been a little bit better spot than I thought
That's
it
true.
might be.
It may have been. 9:25 to go in this game. Siloam Springs leads by 2, 24-22. They've led by as many as 18, but Russellville has come screaming back in this football game. On senior night here for the Cyclones in Russellville. Panthers.
They have got 10 guys in the box.
In the box. Norberg takes it over the middle. He's near the goal line, but short. Short, just inside the 1-yard line is Jackson Norberg. And here comes the Rhino. Here comes Rhino package for Siloam Springs. The back of the football is on the 1-yard line. On third and goal, Colby Fessler and the Rhino package comes in.
In the Rhino package, you're more like 11 on 11 here, so.
Russellville has 10 in the box. Now the 11th comes crashing in. Taylor Poole will keep it himself. Touchdown. Siloam Springs scores. Big time answer with 8:25 to go in this game. And they make it 30-22. And they'll attempt to tack on the extra point and make it a 9-point game.
Nice job there by the Panthers offense. That's the response they have needed this whole half. They get it here to go back up. 8 at the moment, hopefully 9 here after the extra point by Harry Losh.
Is Siloam going to have to burn a timeout?
Yeah, they're going to give them the timeout.
Panthers get a timeout. They had a personnel problem. They were missing a lineman. They waved the flag. As they dropped the flag at the same time, the line judge on the Siloam Springs sideline comes in and gives the Panthers the timeout. So they won't get penalized here, but they do lose one of their 3 timeouts. It'll be their first charge timeout of the second half. Comes with 8:25 to go in this football game. The Panthers trying to add an extra point to go up by a score. Well, trying to go up by 9. The current score is 30-22. Purchasing or refinancing a home can be a huge undertaking. Laurie Guerin with Generations Bank Mortgage Division is focused on helping individuals and families select a loan program to meet each unique situation and clear the way to a timely closing. Born and raised in Siloam Springs, Laurie is dedicated to providing competitive rates and the customer service that you deserve. Call Laurie Guerin with Generations Bank at 479-228-2712 today to discuss your home loan options. Again, that's Laurie Guerin with Generations Bank Mortgage Division at 479-228-2712. Generations Bank is an equal housing lender.
I mean,
the extra point is up, and it is good. 31-22 Panthers.
That's an important timeout there for the Panthers to go ahead and get that extra point. That means it's a 2-possession game. And no matter if Russellville scores and gets the 2-point conversion, the Panthers will still have the football or, a chance to get the kickoff. So, really, really inspired drive there by the Panthers. They went, by my count, from the 40, they went 57 yards in a span of 9 plays to answer and just, huge huge boost there for the Panther football team.
And a scoring update also here, Graham. It looks like Benton is well on their way to the outright 7-0 conference season and the outright conference championship. They lead Sheridan 49-21 in the third quarter. And Graham, Benton is an interesting team. They went winless in pre-conference play, although they played some good opponents.
They played some really good opponents, and by all accounts, they could have lost in Week 5 at Panther Stadium as well.
That's right. Harrison's Losh's kick is taken at the goal line, and they give it to the return man, but he just gets up to the 20-yard line anyway. Caleb Gray was the return man. He gets to the 20 either way, but I think that should have been a touchback. His foot was in the end zone. But
on a warmer night, those are all touchbacks.
That's right.
That ball is hanging up there in the...
This night is a lot of things, Graham, but warm is not one of them. It is cold.
Yeah, but if Panthers come away with a victory here tonight, it'll be a nice, warm bus ride home.
That's right.
Some of us are staying here tonight, though, so we're here win or lose.
Well, 4-receiver set. Harrison, Russellville quarterback keeper, it's Graham, and he's forced out of bounds up at the 22, maybe the 23-yard line on the near sideline. I think it'll be the 22. As they have switched quarterbacks time and again tonight. That time it was Gavin Graham.
Graham is a little more of a runner, a little more elusive than Whitford is. Whitford's done a nice job back there in the second half making plays.
So Gavin Graham still in there at quarterback. This time they'll hand it off over the middle. Big run here for 48. 48 near the 40-yard line. Lowers his shoulder and forced out of bounds on the near sideline at the 43. And that's Latrell Thomas. And Graham, for a team that has struggled to run the football this year, Latrell Thomas has had a big night.
Yeah, they've done a nice job gashing the Panthers a couple times here with big plays.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line for Russellville. 8:02 to go. Quarterback keeper, it'll be Graham. And now he's going to try to throw the football away.
That's going to be grounding.
And he throws it shy of the marker, and the flag comes in.
That's going to be grounding for sure.
The flag comes in. He threw it out of bounds.
But the ball didn't get back to the line of scrimmage, so, you know, it's going to be second and long, you know, wherever they threw the flag at.
The flag is thrown at the 28-yard line. And then that will be, it is intentional grounding. It'll be a 5-yard penalty from where the ball was thrown, which moves the ball all the way back to the 23-yard line. Folks, they need to get to the Siloam Springs 47 for a first down. It is a loss of down. So it is second down.
And 30.
And 30 for Russellville. Siloam Springs needs to take advantage defensively right here. Whitford is back in at quarterback. Whitford from the pocket, looks to throw. He's hit as he throws. The pass is complete for a decent gain to Marquise Peter up to about the 33-yard line. So they pick up 10 on 2nd and 30, and it makes it 3rd down and 20.
Thad Wright got him a good lick on Mr. Whitford there. Just a split second too late.
Just barely. Whitford did a good job at standing in there, taking the hit as he threw the football. 4-receiver set. 48, the tailback, Thomas, stands to Whitford's right. 7:15 to go. Whitford looks to throw. He'll throw it behind the receiver. The receiver ran a different route than what Whitford threw, and now it's 4th down and 20. 4th down and a long ways with 7 minutes left. You would think Russellville have to punt this away.
I think they're going to have to punt it. I just don't see that they can risk giving the Panthers the ball back here. They got to punt it away and try and get a stop on defense. I mean, they're only 9 down. It's not impossible.
There's a lot of time left. 7:09. Punt team comes on. Ty Hips.
Panthers just want to make sure and
is going to
secure
punt
this
it.
football here. Maybe not even try and field it.
Elijah Coffey is going to stand up near the 40-yard line. Great punt. Great punt taken by Coffey at the 30. Oh, and the ball comes out. Oh, the ball comes out. The ball comes out of Elijah Coffey's hands, and it is recovered by Russellville. Oh, my. at the 25-yard line of Siloam Springs. Russellville has the football back with 6:57 to go. Russellville forces the fumble on the punt, and it is Russellville ball in Siloam Springs territory. There's a shaken up player on the field, and we will take a short timeout. 6:57 to go. Russellville has the football back, and now the player for Siloam Springs is up and off the field, so we'll keep it right here with you. It's Elijah Coffey. He fumbled the football, and I think he cramped up on the field afterwards because he was way up at the 40-yard line.
It's just unfortunate, Dustin. It's just what they didn't need to have happen there.
So the clock runs. All kinds of time left here in this football game. Russellville with a big break. Whitford, the quarterback, 4 receiver set. Whitford looks to throw. Way overthrows his intended man out of bounds a long ways. Intended for Marquise Peter. And it's 2nd and 10.
Panthers just got to focus on the next play.
2nd and 10. Same personnel on the field for Russellville. Now a whistle before the play. And we've got a play clock issue here. They're going to reset the play clock to 25 seconds. So it remains the same personnel on the field. 4 receivers. Thomas, the tailback. They'll go to Thomas this time. He breaks it to the right. He's held up by Hunter Talley. And then he spins out and gets out of bounds. A flag comes in late on the sideline after Thomas goes out of bounds. And I think it's going to go against Siloam Springs.
They're going to get a late hit out of bounds on Cam Collins there.
I did not see that.
You know, it was marginal.
So it'll move it half the distance to the goal. It'll be a 1st and goal for Russellville at the 9-yard line with all kinds of time left in this football game. Panthers lead by 9, but Russellville knocking on the door. 4 receiver set. Whitford hands it off again. Cut back by Luttrell. Luttrell down to about the 6-yard line. He stays in bounds to the 6. It's 2nd and goal from the 6.
Russellville doesn't necessarily need a touchdown here. They can, you know, they want a touchdown, but they'll kick a field goal if they have to.
4 receivers, 2nd and goal. Luttrell still in the backfield with Whitford. All right, flag before the play. It's going to go. The initial call is against Russellville. It'll go against Russellville. Russellville fans think that Siloam Springs made them jump. But it backs it up 5 yards to the 11.
The only
2nd
time
and goal from there.
The only time that's a penalty, though, is if you're in the neutral zone. And, they get kind of charged, but from our angle, you can't really tell what happened.
Same personnel. Trips to Whitford's left. Luttrell also stands to his left in the backfield. Whitford looks to throw. Now he's going to tuck it. And he's dropped for a loss, not a big loss, but back a yard at least to about the 12-yard line. The biggest deal is it's now 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal from the Siloam Springs 12. Russellville trying to score to cut into this 9-point Panther lead. Again, same personnel. Trips to the left, single man on the right. Luttrell to Whitford's left. Now Luttrell lines up as the H-back. Whitford rolls out, has a man in the corner, no touchdown. He's caught, he catches it, and he's knocked out of bounds at the 1. Knocked out of bounds at the 1, and I believe it was Keegan Susie. And it's 4th and goal from the 1. And Graham, here's the decision. Do you kick the field goal or do you go for it?
And
they're going to go for it. At least it looks like they're going to go for it.
Who caught that football there, Dustin?
I believe it was 15. I believe it was Brady Burnett on the far side. I think.
They're going to put it at the 2. They're going to go ahead and kick it here.
They're going to have to burn a timeout. They do burn a timeout as both the offensive personnel and the kicking teams on the field.
From a logistics standpoint, I almost think you have to kick it to give your defense a chance to get a stop maybe. But, you know,
5:02 to go.
If
Grant.
you kick it here, you still are, you know, it's a 2-possession game regardless of what you do. So if you kick it, it's a 1-possession game. You try to get a stop. If you go for it and don't get it, it's still a 2-possession game with less time left. So, you know, I almost feel like they have to kick it here, but
it'll be a very short field goal from the left hash for a right-footed kicker. I believe Connor Cooper's a right-footed kicker. But either way, it's a short kick. 5:02 to go. 5:02, and we'll see what happens here.
Offense coming on the field for the Cyclones.
That's right. Offense back on the field. And Graham, if Siloam Springs gets a stop here, that's a big deal. So they're going to go trips to the short side of the field to Whitford's left.
Probably some kind of trick play here, some kind of razzle-dazzle maybe.
Luttrell still the running back. Whitford takes the snap. He's going to flip it out. Touchdown Cyclones. Touchdown Justin Lovelace. On the far side, Justin Lovelace from a yard out, and it is 31-28 Russellville.
I think that may have been 15 Burnett.
It was one of the two. The extra point is down, the kick is up, and it is good. And yet again, it is a 2-point game with 4:59 to play, 31-29. When you get blindsided by life, you want fast ER care. That's why Siloam Springs Regional Hospital offers the 30 minutes or less ER service pledge. Experienced ER physicians and the entire ER team are committed to working diligently to have you initially seen by a clinical professional within 30 minutes. That means you'll be off the bench and back in the game faster. To view the average ER wait time, visit ssrh.net. But if you are experiencing a medical emergency, always dial 911. The touchdown was indeed by number 15, Brady Burnett. It is 31-29. Siloam Springs by 2 with 4:59 to go. Russellville set to kick this football away. Connor Cooper kicks it high, end over end. Taken at the 9 by Elijah Coffey. Up over the 20. He's hit at the 25. Stood up there, a scrum, and he'll be whistled down at the 25.
All right, here we go. In a fight.
4:52 to go. Panther football. Taylor Poole is going to keep it himself. Over the middle, not much there. He'll fall forward to the 28. So really about a 2-yard pickup on the play. 2nd and 8. Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining. Panthers really need at first down. Jackson Norberg with room to run. First down, Siloam Springs. He covers it up with 2 arms over the 40 to the 42-yard line. That moves the chains. The clock will stop while they move the chains. But then it'll start right back. 4:10 to go. Panthers will take their time here.
Big run by Jackson Norberg.
He has been the workhorse tonight. He's been the workhorse the last 3 weeks. They have been on the back of Jackson Norberg. And if the Panthers can hold on tonight, it'll be the same story. 8 seconds on the play clock. Taylor Poole, Jackson Norberg again up the middle. Across midfield, first down again. Inside the 45 to the 44. Norberg takes it into Russellville territory.
Back-to-back.
3:35 to go.
It's back-to-back runs of 14 yards for Norberg.
He had 138 yards rushing at the half. He's kind of sprung to life again here in the 4th quarter for Siloam Springs. 3:12 to go, 9 on the play clock. 1st and 10 from the Russellville 44. They pile it into the box. Norberg behind Big Gutierrez.
Big Andrew
He gets
leading the
inside
way.
the 40, down near the 39-yard line. It'll be about a 4-yard pickup. Second down and 5, or a short 6.
You know, and Dustin, Big Andrew's 400 pounds, 6'6", and Norberg just got right behind him and said, "Get around this guy and come and get
Norberg
me."
literally put his hand on Gutierrez's back and just kind of lightly followed behind him. 2:33 to go. Panthers still huddled. 10 seconds on the play clock. Now they break the huddle methodically. Both teams 2 timeouts to go. Again, Norberg. This time he's hit, but he still falls forward for a couple. He falls forward to the 37-yard line. It's 3rd and 3. They need the 34 for first down yardage. Russellville chooses not to burn a timeout here. Siloam Springs taking their time. 21 seconds on the play clock. Under 2 minutes to go. Gage Weaver split wide on the near side. Tate Kreiner and Tanner Broyles on the far side. Norberg and Poole, they're going to pile it in the box. 9 in the box. Norberg bounces it out wide, first down, and he stays in bounds. Inside the 30 to the 28-yard line, he stays in bounds, and Russellville, with 1:30 to go, is forced to burn their second timeout of the half. Graham, that was a big-time run.
That was a 9-yard gain on 3rd and 3, just what the doctor ordered. I think the coaches kind of set it up beautifully by going up the middle, and Russellville was ready for it. They swung it out wide. First down, Panthers.
Norberg bounced it out really quickly. It didn't take long for him to bounce it outside. And it's 1st and 10 from the Russellville 28. But the biggest point here is Russellville has 1 timeout left, and there's 1:30 to go on first down. If the Panthers can hang on, if Siloam Springs can hang on, they will secure the final playoff spot from the 6A West and hit the road most likely to Marion next weekend.
This is unofficial, Dustin. I think Norberg is over 200 yards rushing, and what a night he's had. Just need to hang on to the football here.
From the gun on first down. It's Norberg again. Nothing much there. He falls forward. Maybe they may just give him the original line of scrimmage there for no gain. Russellville burns their final timeout with 1:26 to go.
I don't know. Can Siloam clock it here? Can they burn off? You get 25 seconds.
I don't think they quite can they?
So you're looking at, maybe they could burn
a minute off.
A minute 10.
A minute 10, maybe.
Minute 15, maybe.
So I don't think they can take the victory formation yet. We'll see. Maybe they can. We may be counting it wrong. The other story here is that run play only took 4 seconds. I'm not saying anything, Graham. I'm just saying that run play only took 4 seconds. Deduce what you want.
They do a great job here at Russellville, Dustin.
1:26 to go, 31-29. Panthers by 2, 2nd and 10. Russellville out of timeouts. Taylor Poole to Jackson Norberg. Norberg, not much there. Down to the 27-yard line, and the clock runs. It'll be 3rd down and 9. Third down and 9 from the Russellville 27.
They're going to snap this ball with about 40 seconds left.
It will be very close.
And then it's just a matter of how quickly they can get the ball spotted. I mean,
Taylor Poole from the gun needs to wait until he sees the 2 on the play clock.
Panthers go ahead and take the delay. That's probably a smart move here. They're not trying to pick up the first down. They're just trying to.
And the delay takes it to 39 seconds. And Graham, on a 40-second play clock, theoretically, they can take.
We'll see.
They can take the victory.
I don't know that it is a 40-second play clock, is it? I think it's 25.
On a run play it is, isn't it?
I don't know. I just. Yeah, they're getting
They're
into
going
victory.
up under center in victory formation. The Siloam Springs Panthers. Taylor Poole takes it under center, takes a knee. And the Panthers, as they reset the play clock at 40 seconds, the Siloam Springs Panthers have come on the road and beaten the Russellville Cyclones by a final score of 31-29. Siloam Springs lives to play another day. They will be on the road in the playoffs next week. Siloam Springs moves to 3-4 in conference play and 4-6 overall on the season and secures a playoff spot. Russellville falls to 2-8 on the year. And they are eliminated from playoff contention. The Siloam Springs Panthers will be in action again next week, folks. We believe the game will be in Marion next week. We have not gotten final confirmation on that, but we are pretty sure that's the case. Get on the road and support your Panthers next week. If you can't, hopefully you can find all the action right here on YouTube. It's Siloam Springs football.
Got to give a lot of credit to Russellville for getting back in this football game. Give credit to Siloam Springs for answering. Every point was needed tonight.
That's exactly right. Russellville fought back. They fought back hard. They did a very good job of getting back in the game. But Siloam Springs made the big plays when they had to. And they win it by 2 on the road for their 4th win of the year and their 3rd in conference play. The only 6A scores we have right now are Greenwood 42-7 over Lake Hamilton and Benton all over Sheridan 49-21. We do not have a score from El Dorado. I don't think we have a score from El Dorado. No, we do not have a score from El Dorado and Little Rock Hall, although you would assume that Little Rock Hall would not beat El Dorado tonight. But the Siloam Springs Panthers have advanced to the playoffs for the second year in a row. We want to thank everybody that makes these broadcasts possible each and every week and each and every season. We thank the Siloam Springs Athletic Department and Athletic Director Kevin Downing and Athletic Assistant Julie Kelly. We thank the media department. I said Athletic Director Kevin Downing, and I meant Ken Harriman. My bad. I apologize. We thank the high school media department at Siloam Springs. We thank the people at Generations Bank, Tim McCord in particular. We thank our excellent tech man, Tony Molina, for making it happen each and every week. And for Graham Thomas, I'm Dustin Butler, saying see you next week. From Russellville tonight, the Siloam Springs Panthers advance to the playoffs with a 31-29 victory over the Russellville Cyclones. Go Panthers and good night.